The So Delightful update is only a couple of days away, and that means we have our patch notes. So today we're going to be taking a dive into these patch notes and exploring them together, having a little discussion about what we can find inside. Now, before we get into the patch notes, I did want to hype you guys up for a special video that's going to be coming out soon. I have decorated every single one of my biomes. I wiped my entire valley and I built this very extravagant Christmas valley, and I'm so excited to share it. There is a little bit I want to do before I share the valley though. We are getting a new STARPATH with this update, which is going to have a lot of winter inspired items, and I want to incorporate these into the build. So expect the Christmas Valley tour to come out in a week or two, probably 2. But this scene behind me is your little sneak peek. I've also featured it in some of my other videos, but we're not here today to talk about all of this. With that, let's dive into the So Delightful patch notes. Okay, so opening up the patch notes, of course, we have our usual little greeting here stating, "Hey, Valley Villagers," and then they go on to talk about the release of Storybook Veil that came out a couple of weeks ago, and the new villager, of course, being Sally, the new STARPATH, and the floating islands, which is probably what I'm most excited for with this update. Following the little intro, we get into new content available to all players. Opening up with new content, we have a new character. Sally from Disney Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas joins the Valley, bringing her signature patchwork style to her friendship quest rewards. Now, we've already seen some of these rewards. We saw them in the showcase. We weren't able to see them placed, but we did see them under Sally while they were showing us a leveling animation. So we have had a bit of a sneak peek of these. Our next item is a new STARPATH. Add some winter whimsy to your Valley with the Frost and Fairies STARPATH. Love the name, love the name. Dabble in fae fashions for your avatar and decorate with crystalline furniture items and other enchanting rewards. Okay, so I love the name of this STARPATH. Fairy stuff is always nice, and the fact that we're getting Frost and Fairies is really fun. From what's been teased of this STARPATH so far, it's going to play really well into my winter/Christmas Valley. So yeah, I'm really eager to get my hands on it. And of course, this coming weekend, I will have a full STARPATH review for you guys. It typically takes me about 3 days to unlock all the new decor. Even if I don't have the moonstones unlocked yet, I will be reviewing at least the decor in the wardrobe items. Even more rewards await. Players who claim all items from the free and premium tracks of the Frost and Fairy STARPATH can continue the fun with a bonus rewards tab featuring color variants and other rewards. Now, this is a huge deal. The fact that the STARPATH isn't just going to come to an end like normal, whereas normally you get to the final page and you can just redeem the rest of your tickets for some extra moonstones, it looks like this time they're going in a different direction. So this is something we've never seen before. The fact that we're going to be able to get different color variations of items in the STARPATH and some additional rewards is super exciting. I can't wait to see exactly how this plays out, but this is yet another reason why I think I'm more excited for this STARPATH than the last several ones combined. This is just shaping up to be a very exciting season for Dreamlight Valley enthusiasts. The Gift of Giving event returns. Collect festive wrapping paper to create seasonal decorations and finish your festive fish collection with rare seasonal aquatic life. Now, of course, the Gift of Giving event is a very big deal because that's how you get one of the best items in the game, known as the Shiny Gift. The festive wrapping paper, a shiny emerald, and a shiny ruby will make the Shiny Gift, and it gives the most friendship boost out of any item you can gift a villager. Make sure you stock up on that festive wrapping paper while you have the chance. Also, the festive fish are really cute. I hope they add some new ones this year, but I don't know if they will. I would also love to see them catchable for players that already have them. I would love to have like an extra few festive squid or something. The festive fish are just really fun. Moving on, it states, do you want to craft a snowman? Alongside the Gift of Giving event, keep an eye out for a chest in your plaza that will kick off a new seasonal task. So this is also a very exciting thing to see in these notes because it looks like we're expanding on the Gift of Giving event. And currently right now we have, I think, 4 snowmen in the game. You have the Snow Kid, the Snow Mom, the Snow Dad, and the Haughty Snowman. But I think those are the only ones we have besides that little stuffed snowman doll. So I would love to see some extra variations of snowmen, and I hope there's several new snowmen coming from this new seasonal task. New gifts under the seasonal tree. Make sure to play in late December to claim new seasonal surprises from the Dream Castle. So I actually had a lot of people asking me earlier in the month if they thought that this was going to be if I thought this was going to be coming back, and I felt like it was pretty safe to say it would, but I do hope that some of the rewards we got last year do return this year for people that missed out, but I'm excited that we're going to be getting some new seasonal surprises there. Weekly rotation galore. Check in each week for new Dreamsnap themes to win Moonstones and save them up for delightful new optional content arriving in the premium shop. No surprise there, that's pretty standard with any update. Save up those star coins. Scrooge McDuck's store receives new stock for sale featuring items inspired by Disney's The Lion King and others from Villager Homes. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get some of the items that have been exclusive to Villager Homes. I'm not exactly sure what those are. I'd have to go review some of the Villager Homes, but I am a little surprised to see more Lion King decor because we're just now getting out of the Jungle Getaway update. So even going into So Delightful, it looks like we're going to be getting some more Lion King inspired decor. Hola! Disney, Dreamlight Valley, and the Rift in Time and the Storybook Vale will be available in Brazilian and Portuguese as of the So Delightful update. Now, this is a really, really big deal because I don't know how closely you guys follow Disney Dreamlight Valley on Twitter, but on almost every single one of their posts for over a year now, the same players have been requesting Brazilian Portuguese to be added to the game, and it looks like that is finally going to happen. I actually have spoke to a few of these people, and we even discussed making a video about it simply because they have been so consistent about asking. This is something that doesn't affect me, but I'm still really happy to see, as it just serves to make the game more accessible for more people. Moving out of new content and into improvements, we have some improvements for Dreamsnaps. Now, I found this very interesting. It states, added a new feature, Top Dreamsnaps of the Week. This showcase will feature the top 3 images in each weekly challenge, in order of the highest scored points among eligible players who agreed to share the submissions. Players can choose to opt out of this feature due to compliance with certain rules and standards. PlayStation players are not eligible to participate in this feature. So I know that's a bit of a bummer for my PlayStation friends out there. I know a lot of you guys that play on PlayStation, but I know if you're familiar with PlayStation, you're familiar with some of the drawbacks there. And Sony and PlayStation, they have quite a lot of rules and standards that apply to online gaming and cloud compatibility and a lot of different things. So pretty bummed out that we won't see any PlayStation players featured in this top 3, but still cool that we get to see some. And I also think it's cool that they're going to allow players to opt in or out of this feature. I don't know why you wouldn't want your Dream Snap to be shared in this top 3. Like if you make a Dream Snap that good, I feel like you would definitely want it shared, but I'm sure there's some people out there that would have their reasons for wanting to keep it confidential. Moving on to other improvements, we have our mention of the floating islands here. 4 floating islands themed after the Plaza, Forest of Valor, Sunlit Plateau, and the Frosted Heights biomes have arrived. Learn more in our dedicated blog here. And we actually did a video on this blog before if you want to check it out. It's the video we dropped last Wednesday. I don't know about you guys, but the floating islands, that's just like the #1 thing I'm excited for. I cannot wait to check them out. Though the Frost and Fairy STARPATH, I mean, I might just be just as excited about that, to be honest. Next up, it states, give your valley a new look with 16-point rotation. This feature allows players to rotate houses, landscaping items, and furniture to their heart's content. Yet another feature that I've been eager to get my hands on. Now, I know right now I'm making my ultimate Christmas valley, but the beauty of the timing of this for me is as soon as Christmas is over, I'm going to be destroying my Christmas valley and making a brand new valley build. So when I make my new valley following Christmas, I'm going to be able to play with this 16-point rotation, and I'm just so excited to get into that. And even before I do my next valley, I know I'm going to have fun using the 16-point rotation on the floating islands as well. And lastly, under other, some pond-like furniture items Relaxing Oasis and Watering Hole will now feature some areas where water-based furniture and landscaping items can be placed. I see what it's saying. Okay, for example, the floating lilies that we got from the Dapper Delight STARPATH, the ones that go in water, we're going to be able to place some of those smaller water decor items into these furniture items. And of course, lastly, we have our top changes and bug fixes. I have to say, one of the funniest bug fixes that I read here was fixed an issue where Pumbaa requested pork-based recipes as gifts. Yeah, he would ask for like the pork and beans and some of the other, pork-based dishes, and everybody thought that was really weird. So usually I don't read through a lot of these bug fixes, as I just recommend you guys check them out. However, we've all been experiencing some bugs with the new expansion, at least all of us that have the expansion. So I think these are rather important to read off so you guys know what to expect if you are playing Storybook Vale. First off, you know that bridge between the Beanstalk Marshes and Mount Olympus, the one that we can't cross? Well, yeah, they've patched that out, so we'll finally be able to move in between those two biomes freely. Currently, you could just fast travel using the wells, but what's the point of having this big, beautiful bridge in the center if it is just blocked off? Next up, the dreaded tail cone flower issue. I think we've all experienced this one. So the tail cone flowers, those new book flowers that spawn in the bind, they've been spawning under the bridge, and they've been very difficult for players to pick up. In fact, you would often get soft lock trying to pick up these items. And with a lot of new craftables requiring these flowers, it's been a bit of a headache, so very happy to see that that has been patched. Now, this one is one that I got a ton of questions about. It was the removing Inky's duty. A lot of Inkies just were not counting towards the duties or the tasks. Thankfully, they stated that that has been patched out, so Inkies should now fully count for your tasks and duties. Now, I didn't experience this one, but they said they fixed an issue across the Storybook Vale biomes where items could fall into unreachable places. They also fixed several issues across the Storybook Vale biomes where players could clip into the environment. Now, that one I have experienced a couple of times. And they've patched out the Storybook Vale biomes where the cameras would experience unintended collisions. I really hope they fix this on Eternity Isle too. This is still a big problem on Eternity Isle. At least in some of the biomes, the camera jumps around all over the place and then will hit like walls that aren't really there. But I hope this makes Storybook Vale much smoother for Dreamsnaps. Now, this isn't really a bug fix, but apparently a lot of players thought that the third myth trial was bugged because they got stuck on it. But it's really the fact that the game was missing some clues and hints. So they did add a missing hint pop-up to the third myth trial to suggest how to interact with a royal watering can based puzzle. Visual effects not playing when harvesting food from trees and bushes has been patched. And we have another big one here. Fixed an issue where blockers/materials could spawn over the water's surfaces. Now, I've seen this one a lot. A lot of people have their mossy logs spawning out in the water, the teacups spawning in the water, and those little flames from Ethiopia spawning out in the water. So if you've been dealing with that and a lot of those items have been floating out in the water and you can't access them, don't worry, that will also be fixed on the 4th, if all of this works as intended. But I'm sure they play tested it. Fixed an issue where items could appear too close on the 3D preview in the premium shop, fixed an issue where there was an empty tree patch in the Ever After biome, and fixed an issue on iPad where some textures in the Library of Lore were low resolution. Now, this one was pretty fun. If you unlock those snippet wings, I think I got them from Scrooge. I think that's where you get them. But when I got them, the first thing I tried to do was put them on as a glider, and I couldn't, and I was so disappointed. But thankfully, that was just a mistake, and they have fixed that as well. So if you have the snippet wings, you will be able to equip them in the glider category now. They fixed an issue where several recipes resolved in a different dish than intended, fixed an issue where the lore keeper was missing some voiceovers, and finally fixed an issue where players could use Royal Shovel Buff potions to obtain more memories than intended. So they are going to be nerfing the Shovel Potion memory grind. So if you haven't used a digging potion in Storybook Vale, now's your chance to get a bunch of digging memories before it is patched out. So essentially you just use the shovel buff and just go digging and you'll get like a ridiculous amount of memories, but it only gives you digging memories, so it's really not that broken. In my opinion, there's not too many digging memories in the game or in Storybook Vale, so it really doesn't take long to get digging memories anyway, especially if you use potions. So I didn't really see this as super broken, but if you are missing a lot of digging memories, make sure you take advantage of this before Wednesday. But yeah, I've always found digging memories to be very easy to get. In fact, I think I'm done with all my valley digging memories well before this shovel potion effect was granting an unintended amount of memories. Digging memories have always been easy to get, so yeah, I just think it's funny. If you look at like what I'm missing for memories, it's mostly water, dry flowers. These are the bane of my existence. I feel like I'll never finish these, but some of the other things like feeding critters, cooking, you know, removing night thorns, these are the other memories I need. But memories from gardening, memories from mining, memories from digging, they've always been so easy to get, so I just think it's funny that the devs even were worried about that with some of the other bugs we've been dealing with. But yeah, after looking through all of my memories, I only have 2 incomplete digging memories in my entire game. One would be this one with Flynn and Rapunzel, and the other one would be this one with Phil and Hercules. So even if you're watching this video after the patch came out, and you can't use this digging potion exploit anymore, don't worry. Digging memories have always been notoriously easy to get, so I think this fix is just funny in general. All right, and there you have it. There are the patch notes from the So Delightful update. Like I stated previously, I'm most excited for these floating islands, but also very eager for the STARPATH and the improved rotation for decor. And for anybody out there that was hoping for a different bug fix or something else like me with the Scrooge lighting problem, that still might get fixed. There are typically a lot of extra bug fixes and changes that are not part of the patch notes. So if you're really hoping on finding something else in these patch notes, don't worry, it might still actually happen. But yeah, that's what we got to go on so far. Now, if you would like to enjoy this update the moment it releases, on Wednesday, I will be live at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with the So Delightful update. You can find me on Twitch Monday through Friday. Links to my Twitch channel and Discord are in the video description down below. If you found today's video helpful, informative, or simply entertaining, please do me a very big favor and hit that like button. Also, consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. As always, thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the future of Disney Dreamlight Valley.